you know, like that kind of thing where you're like, you don't even have to barely communicate, you just go out there and do your thing. You kind of can read each other's bodies. And it's such a, you got to consider yourself lucky when you have that with an opponent. When people just, I know, right? They're random, whoa! I just think like, yeah, we were, right away, we were both the new girls at the same time, 2000. And, you know, I remember like I'm like, are you, and I'm like, have you started yet? No, we talked on the phone. And she's like, I've been training. And I'm like, oh, yeah, me too. And she's like, I hadn't like any matches professionally. She had some spectacle matches, you know. She was saying she was nervous because I was the fitness bum. She's like, how am I going to get on TV with this chick doing her thing? And I was like, how am I going to get on TV with her being that great in the ring? You know, so we both had our things. And the cool thing about me and Lita is the yin and the yang of us, right? Like we're so opposite, but yet we're the best of friends. And to this day, you know, she's Max's godmother, so we kept her in the family. And when I inducted her in 2014, that's when we were like, you know, we gotta hang out more. Let's take the show on the road. And we formed Team Bestie. It was the official inception of Team Bestie. And we put the Team Bestie tour together, and we got to go out on the road and see all you guys together. But it was cool because there was always like the Lita fan and the Trish fan were like, you know what I mean? Like they were opposites, right? Like, nah, she's overrated, and then, you know. But finally people were like, okay, if they like each other, then we like it. Okay, we're all one big, you know, family now. So, and then the novelty of getting a shot with Team Bestie is pretty cool too. Right? Yeah. She's busy, I can't.
How did you find out that you were going to main event Monday Night Raw? What an iconic moment.
Right. Oh my God. We were riding together, but kayfabe, don't tell anybody. And we walked into the building together, and we were walking in, and like people were giving me like, what's going on here? There was a weird vibe. We're like, oh my God, they knew, we didn't know yet, right? So we walk in, and so when you, I don't know if you know, but when you walk, say that's gorilla position there's like a whiteboard there, and they put the matches, and it's obviously the top one is the main event, and we walk in and we're like, wait, what? Like, and I swear to God, guys, we thought we were being ribbed. We thought there was like Bubba and like, you know, Matt Hardy behind the curtain, like, let's see if they really believe this. Let's see the reaction, you know what I mean? Like, that's how it was. Like, the girls, we don't get the main event, right? So yeah, we went like that. Michael Hayes was the first one that approached us and says, big night for you guys. We're like, holy shit, like, wow. You know, at the time, who would have thought, right? And I remember we had just come off the road. We were, you know, doing the house show run. And we just remember like thinking how funny it is. We looked back on this moment. We say, like, there was some, I guess with the Diva girls there, I can't remember at the time, but we were thinking how people, like, for the girls, it was like you had this segment where you like getting ready, and that's all about how you look in the segment. And we were like old house show clothes, sweat, smell, probably it's not smell-o-vision, we'll be okay, you know? And we didn't care what we were wearing. We're just like, we don't want to worry about, like, because, you know, people focus on like, oh, can you rhinestone this for tonight? And then focus on we wouldn't even care. Costumes didn't matter. We don't care how we look. We just wanted this match to like land. We wanted to kill it. We wanted to prove to you guys and to the, you know, everyone in the back that we deserve this spot and we earned it, and maybe we'll get another shot one of these days. You know, of course, having the built-in storyline that Lita and I had, the history leading up to that moment, it was absolutely perfect. And I love that, like, you can see the meeting where they're like, this feels like the culmination of what we had done, all the work, weeks of work, and the years of the rivalry too. It felt like the right moment. You know, like I say, these organic moments. That was definitely an organic moment, and yeah, and then of course her winning it in it was Charlotte, right? North Carolina, yeah. Right? North Carolina. I mean, according to her billing, it was great.
Wasn't Charlotte Flair in the crowd that night?
Yeah, do you guys know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. Like she was in, and you know, there's like these stories where, and I've heard Natty say it as well, where like, of course you guys are going to end up in the business. Natty, you know, Ashley, Charlotte, whatever, you're going to end up in the business. But Ashley's, or sorry, kayfabe. She's like, Ashley. I was like, who's Ashley? So Charlotte was watching, and she was like, when she saw that, she's like, okay, I can see me doing this now. Not that she, you know, she's relating to her dad, but seeing women doing what we were doing, she's like, okay, I get that. And same with Natty. She says, you know, of course she's going to do it. She's a heart, for God's sakes, right? This is the family legacy. But her seeing that, she was like, if I could do what Trish is doing, like, I can see that, you know. But yeah, special night.
What a match! What a moment!
Yeah.
Amazing.
The mask. knows, Chelsea, we might bring it out one of these days, you know?
Maybe a bedazzled mask.
I remember when I went back in 2003, and there was a moment where I got, there was the ladder match for Money in the Bank, and I got smashed in the nose. And I remember I was like, oh man, it'd be so iconic if I brought back that face mask. I'm like, no, I'm gonna bring back that face mask. We found the exact same face mask and brought it back. And I remember reading comments like, oh, she pulled a Cody Rose. I'm like, did I? Did I know? Or did Cody Rose pull a Trish Stratus? Okay, we're just saying. When you're old, you're old.
Early in your career, you had this backstage moment with Triple H that gets replayed still to this day, where he's teaching you how to do wrestling moves and it looks like something else.
Yes.
What was the setup for this, and did you know it would turn into what it's turned into now?
No, that's the thing with these moments. You never know what, like I did know that photo I took on that, random Monday night would turn into this iconic loading screen and all your jackets, We just, we thought it'd be hilarious. We thought this is gonna be funny. Of course, it was fueling the Trish and Stephanie storyline. Iconic moment. And I'll tell you a funny story. Do you remember, I think it was the 25th anniversary, one of those anniversary shows, 20th anniversary. Do you remember when DX came in? There was
I think it was like the 1000th Raw, right?
Okay, there you go. What? See, good. Historian. Like something that I was like, what is it? What do you want me to do? And so I had talked, so we were like, what can we do? And the original idea was that I was gonna be teaching Stephanie yoga. And then Triple H was gonna walk in and be like, what's happening? Oh, no, we're just doing yoga. So just to make it, because I was all yogi at the time, so that would be super fun. And then it somehow got changed. Stephanie got tied up doing some other stuff, and then I ended up with DX and having a very awkward segment, so. Go back and watch it. Just go watch it.
That feud you had with Trish, or that feud you had with Stephanie, is anybody slap harder than Stephanie?
No, she's the queen. She is. I can confirm that. Some people have definitely rivaled, but she is the queen. I mean, she's good.
I think people might forget that when you debuted, you were a heel, and it's the whole build-up with Vince McMahon finally leading to you slapping Vince that makes you this massive babyface.
Yeah.
Did you realize what you were getting into, being the bad guy coming into WWE?
No, that was just. I don't know if they just thought that's she feels like a bad girl. I don't know what it was, but I remember us being backstage. I remember it was Long Island, Nassau Coliseum,